An expert on the First Amendment says the indefinite pulling of Jimmy Kimmel's show is the most aggressive and direct attack on our free speech that he's ever seen. News 4's Drew Wilder picks up our coverage for more context.
Are the changes to Kimmel's show at ABC an attack on all of our First Amendment rights? For more on that, we bring in Ken Paulson with the First Amendment Center at Middle Tennessee State University. Ken, thanks for joining us. Look, ABC, Disney, private company. They can make business decisions on what's on their air. Although we know these changes came immediately after the FCC chairman threatened to take action against the company. Do you feel that Kimmel's preemption is an attack on our First Amendment right?
Absolutely. And we have to remember that, yes, it's a private company, but it's subject to governmental pressures. And when the head of the FCC, a body that was intended merely to police the airwaves for obscenity, consumer fraud, nudity, the basics. What Brandon Carr said the other day was, we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. It was an absolute threat from the U.S. government to ABC, and ABC relented immediately. That is an assault on the First Amendment.
We've watched the Trump administration also attack universities where there were pro-Palestinian rallies. We've watched Trump and his allies fire back at Twitter when he was removed from that platform a few years ago. Are these in the same vein? What's different this time with Kimmel and the FCC? And again, does it have any impact on the layperson's life?
But Kimmel being taken off the air is kind of the hydrogen bomb of censorship. I mean, that's just unthinkable. Millions and millions of people watch this man. He was making political comment. He is Will Rogers. And there's nothing he said that doesn't fall in that category of political commentary and satire, both of which are the most protected under the First Amendment. Absolutely. Most puzzling to me, Drew, is that I want to know what happened to those who screamed about political correctness and then went on to say the worst thing that can happen is our cancel culture. As you point out, when the president was tossed off of Twitter, people said, you may not be punished in this country for what you say. We cannot penalize people, no matter if they say something that is wrong, wrong-headed. Anything goes in this country. They said that with fervor and passion. And yet many of those same voices today are saying, kick Jimmy Kimmel off the air.
Aside from the FCC, the vice president recently said that if you hear or see one of your friends or colleagues speaking ill of Charlie Kirk, you should report it. You should tell their employer about it. Where's that line for people about this maybe new world that we're in, about whether or not I'm allowed to express my beliefs?
Our dilemma is people are getting fired not for necessarily what they say, but how they say it. I will say that if we start telling people they should inform on their neighbors, that feels an awful lot like 1952 in the middle of the Red Scare, McCarthyism, and a time when we swore we would never go back and do that again. And here it is.
Ken Paulson with the First Amendment Center at Middle Tennessee State University. Ken, we appreciate your expertise, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.